I'll never forget at my sister's graduation, my dad saw my mom and was like, holy cow, you look like a drag queen. I was like, what's a drag queen? And then literally, like, that's how I learned what a drag queen was. I was like, oh, I love this. You know, honestly, like, I feel like I always was doing some kind of drag as a young child. Like, when I was really young, I started playing with my mom's clothes, and I would, like, duct tape towels to my head and, like, dance around to music. So without me even knowing what drag was, I think I was getting into drag really early. And I would love doing my mom's makeup, but I would always make it really dramatic. But it's actually a song no one knows. I don't even remember the words to it, but it was called Pedestal by Fergie. Literally can't tell you the words, but I'll never forget. I walked out on stage with my purse on and was so scared I didn't even move. But I was like barely lip syncing, just kind of look around. But the whole crowd cheered for me anyway, you know? And it was like that weird support and love that like, it gave me this natural like adrenaline and happiness that made me just want to keep doing it. I got addicted, to be honest. You know, honestly, like, there's a couple Jessie J songs that I feel like are very signature of mine. One specifically is Big White Room.
I'm going crazy in this big white room.
And it's just like, you always know I'm like either going through something or conquering something if I get on stage and do Jessie J's Big White Room. Now I'm really inspired by Lizzo. I love Todrick Hall and that sass and attitude. Jessie J to me is very like underrated but still fierce. And honestly, I'm obsessed with Nicki Minaj. But then I have to take it back to like old school T. But Tim McGraw to me was like, he was an Indian outlaw. Half Cherokee and Jocko. So I mean, I don't know. He was so funny and sassy and like kind of camp for country. So I always loved him. People think that drag queens are like out to get their children or bad people, but the truth is like, girl, we're just overly creative, hyper feminine, masculine, or nothing in between people who need to be able to release a part of ourselves that we've had to shove down into a little box and hide forever, you know? I was like, are you sure? Like, they want me? Really? And you know, I was shocked and surprised, but honored, to be honest. Like, I mean, honestly, like when I found out I was gonna be on the cover with Maren, I was like, baby, why don't you just meet me in the moon? But I know she's probably gonna be a little photo, but I'll be seen. She's gonna be this big, I'm gonna be this big. You know, the discussion that we're having today is really important, especially during this time.
How have you come to terms with the number of anti-LGBTQ bills passing through the state legislatures around the country?
And also, it's nice to have this set of diversity at the table, having conversations and their opinions, and that's what people need to take from moments like this during crisis for anti-drag. You need to be listening to those that are knowledgeable about it. And so I hope people take education from this, you know? And I've even learned a couple things today. When I get these opportunities, like being on the cover of Billboard and stuff, it's like everything that ever happened to me and the struggle and the emotion I go through seeing these bills being passed as a trans woman and a drag queen. Like, girl, where do I catch a break? When I got that call to be on the cover of Billboard magazine. That's what makes it worth it.